first, this is injection molding. To melt the PP material and make them into barrel or plunger. The cavities of the molds determines how many pieces of the barrels or plungers could be made at a time. And this is a mechanic hand to grab the vestige for every time after the injection. And as you can see, the slide here here's a hopper. Actually, this is an individual crush machine it will crush the vestiges into PP granules again and transport it to the feeding hopper. And this is a central feeding system. As you can see, this is all PP materials, different PP materials transported by through the pipe. It's placed in the roofs, and it will transport the PP into every single injection machines. And here is a molds room to store the molds which are not used at current. And here is a crush room. After the injection pieces are made, it will be stored in the transit warehouse for a while. Then it will be moved to the next step, the print step. The plain barrel will be transported by the central feeding machine into the print machine. On the right side is a steel print plate which carved with scale lines, and in the middle is a ink transfer rubber plate. And after the steel plate is brushed on ink, the ink will transfer from the steel plate to the ink transfer rubber plate, then on the barrel body. But the newly printed barrel are still wet, and it will be dry. The ink will be dried by the two metal boxes. There are dryer inside. And then the barrel which has been printed will slide into the silicon oil injection machine. As you can see, there are 3 nozzles which will spray silicon oil mist into the barrel. After the barrel be printed, then it will be moved to the next step, the assembling. The barrel will also be transported by the central feeding machine, as well as the plunger will be into the assembly machine. And here is the barrel has been printed already. And the first wheel is for transport only, and into the next bigger wheel. This wheel is for assembling the barrel with needles, but this machine hasn't turned on this step, so I think the needle will be packed aside in blister eventually. Plunger. And the first small wheel is also for transport only. And here is a vibrate hopper for delivering the gasket. As you may see, there's a big wheel which will assemble the plunger with gasket. Plunger and barrel will meet in the middle, the biggest wheel. And this guy is checking if there is defections on the syringes. And then the syringes will be moved to the next step, which is packing. It also will be transported by the centrifugal feeding machine through the slide. Okay, this syringe is, the needles are assembled on the packing machine. Actually, it's a special one. We don't usually assemble the syringes and needles on packing machine. Then the mechanic hand with suction cup will place the syringes on the foil. And to the next step, the paper will cover on them. And then to the final cutting step. And the packing room is connected with the box packing room. In there, it will be firstly packed in a small color box and then into the card box. And it will be moved to the next step, which is sterilization. So this is a whole production line for the syringes.